Hello and welcome to my fourth match of League Season 48. Here with Apostolosoruler. Pretty good 5-2. Gonna be a quick one, I assume. Pretty quick. I guess I should think about what you do long term a little bit. Like Sentry Lackey seems pretty reasonable to start with. It's actually probably easier to empty the provinces pretty quickly than it is to obtain a lot of action cards for Vineyard, if I had to guess. Hunting party stuff probably lends itself to that a little better, to just taking provinces down quickly. I mean, there are a couple of piles of cantrips, but they're pretty expensive, and then the villagey effects are sort of limited. There are, of course, some on the board, but one of them at least is gonna reduce your action count. So I don't know. I think Lackey Sentry is probably okay. Obviously, I'm gonna want to get into the stockpiles after that is done. AK now, not the best. We're gonna get, well, we may get nothing. So we get one trash. We don't draw the lackeys, so that's pretty cruddy. Not a very good reshuffle, to be honest. They're probably a bit ahead there. They do like hunting party stockpile, I would think. I think you probably want to bandit at some point, but it could be reasonable to do a pursue. Again, I've drawn the sentry with a bunch of I mean, I could pursue sentry here, I suppose. Give myself a chance of hitting some estates. Question, I guess, is whether that's better than just having a lackeys, which probably it is. Let me flip. I mean, ideally the sentry just wasn't in those set of cards, but yeah, we drew the estate too. So not super great trashing. I guess their trashing isn't really going any faster. So not too bad, I guess, as far as that is concerned. But hit the lackeys hard there. I guess it's fine. I mean, you can get sacrifice later on. They may, I guess, maybe buy out. Okay, they didn't empty them. Still pretty bad trashing overall for us, for the most part. So it's true of both of us. I do think you need to buy a bandit. I think those buys are pretty good. This is okay. Can't really complain about getting, again, at this point the sentry getting a single trash is quite good. On the whole, we could try and save a stockpile and just do bandit lackeys instead of hunting party bandit. I don't know how long the game lasts exactly. Obviously, we could 3-pile the hunting parties as well as the lackeys without. Well, our buys are gonna be disappearing, so 3-piling is actually probably pretty unlikely, just because of the way the piles are going at this point. They hit a stockpile. That's uncool. I'm not even sure. Like, you could go sacrifice salvager and you can play a little more. You can have a little more engineering stuff, but it might be a little wheel spinny, to be frank. There's nothing. Okay, so let's think if we want to. That's pretty sad about my one stockpile, but do we want to draw the gold? Does that really do a whole lot for us here? And then what do we buy? There's something to be said for just provincing. They still have 6 villagers, so those will start getting eaten up pretty quickly if they're doing super actiony stuff. Salvager, though, is pretty nice as far as. I mean, we could go like Salvager. I mean, Salvager does a number of things potentially. We could go Salvager sacrifice here. We could even burn the stockpile and go Salvager sacrifice. Lackeys. Just sort of if we want to toss the toss the stockpile or not. It's pretty unclear to me. Well, 1 seems fairly easy, but the Salvager is also not doing a whole lot the next turn. Most likely. I mean, we can just trash a copper. Potentially. So, well. We have the golden hand, which is quite good. They still have an estate. It is a little wheel spinning, but I think it gives you some threat, which seems fairly important here. Need to find that. Oof. We need to find the sacrifice. This is kind of really rotten. I mean, it's not ideal, that's for sure. I mean, we'll still draw everything, so it's okay, but the duplicate is interesting to me. I'm not super sure about that, but it might work out. I guess it's just a question of how long do they sustain the villager stuff. I mean, they still have a lot of them, but I think I'm kind of interested in putting a little pressure on here. I mean, fleet obviously makes some of this a little weird, because if they have a bunch of duplicates, they've had such good bandit hits, it's really kind of depressing, to be honest. I mean, it's not like I have a ton of golds, but the bandit hits have been, and the sacrifice. I mean, and this is also a bad order, because now I can't draw the gold without using a villager. Well, I don't have to play the salvager, I guess. So yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, I would like to mill. I don't think I'm going to use the thing and do it. I don't know if the bandit hits gold again. I'll just cry. It's such they never bought a sacrifice. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Just they've played bandit 4 times and 3 of them have hit treasure. It's just like the deck. I don't have that many. I had quite a few stockpiles when the stockpile hit, so that was not that crazy, but this part is pretty bad. Because I could be building up a little bit of economy here. Now I'm pretty much just dead in the water, unless they dud. Even if they did, probably. Not that a dud is particularly likely. They have quite a bit of stuff left. I mean, I guess I can hope the they didn't get to play the bandit, or chose not to play the bandit, rather. I mean, I sort of have to do this, though it's pretty bad. Like, this is it for my money. I guess I'd mill. I mean, I have to mill. I don't... They're going to get their fleet turn, of course. The hope, I guess, is just that it's not very good. They already have the salvager, though. Yeah, this turn is in and of itself probably close to good enough. They just have to get like $1 on their fleet turn at this point. Because they have 13, or not $1, but a couple dollars, you know what I mean? They can salvage whatever and buy province, get double duchy, and then they just have to get $2 to win, which I assume is pretty doable, but they may even know, like it may be known that there's $2 left in these 5 cards, and then you can just stop and it's guaranteed. I mean, I just had to go for it here in mill and hope they couldn't buy a province, or hope they couldn't do much of anything, which was, of course, I think pretty much guaranteed not to be true since they pseudo-dudded the turn before. But anyway, I still had to kind of push it. But anyway, they can do whatever I just said. I imagine they stopped because it's guaranteed, but even if it's not guaranteed, it's like very likely. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have to pursue. It was already in there. They didn't have to. I mean, they can, of course, pursue. That's not, didn't hurt them at all, but, I guess I'm not sure. I mean, I complain about the treasure trashes from their bandit. I don't know if it would have changed the outcome a whole lot. Might have allowed me to go like duchy province or something at some point. I'm not sure. It maybe didn't matter, and it was more on just whether Apo drew on enough turns, and then they were gonna have the sufficient payload to get there. They just had the more built up thing. I mean, you have to think that the treasure trashes didn't help me. Certainly the stockpile one would have been nice to get another lackeys out of, but possibly even 2 lackeys, depending, I think, on the gains. Anyway, or on the money. So, I mean, the trashing, of course, isn't here, but you didn't really need it. Though you can be pretty sad about masterminds. There's not, you can get the action density up, but it's still can be pretty depressing. I don't like the talisman. I think you can just buy the ironmongers, or haggle them, I guess. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I don't really care about getting... I don't know what... I'm not sure what he meant by that, but... they get the 5, which is pretty lucky, I think, for them. I would have rather they drew the talisman in the $5 hand so that they had some kind of dilemma, maybe is the word. I think I'd just get in their Ironmonger. They have a bunch of ghost towns, which are okay, but not incredible. I mean, I think I can live with having just 2 if I was forced to. Now, I'm not drawing my Haggler, which is pretty bad. I do have Haggler Talisman Collision, quote unquote. I mean, I guess it's not quote unquote, it just straight up is Collision, but this was good. This was the best draw from that hand I could get. For sure. And that's very good, and that's very good. And that's very good. So yay me. I don't know how good a second Haggler. I guess it's still pretty good. You couldn't buy. You wouldn't be like. I mean, platinum isn't. I guess there's still a lot of cheap things. The classic Knight Ironmonger synergy. Didn't even draw yet. Which I think. Come on, find another Haggler. Yes. Okay. I think could be a problem. Mastermind is not actually that crazy good, just because there's no payload to it's like, as long as your draw is already consistent. I don't know why I put that cover. As long as your draw is already consistent, doesn't give you that much. Though, I mean, having a bunch of Wild Hunt plays, of course, is pretty good. Like, they have to buy Wild Hunt. Yeah, okay. My Ironmonger reveals, like, on the whole, have been so good. Like, here it's not even if I don't get a village effect, it's totally fine. How many cards are in there? Can I play both of these? I guess I have to play both of them anyway. I'm gonna have to get the Haggler, and then I think, yeah, let's just draw everything anyway. think I'll do this one more time, and then I'll probably go for colony. I do like my I mean, I obviously had a very good draws. I do like my opening quite a bit better than theirs. And I think they even got a pretty good shuffle for what they opened as well. Very bad shuffle for me though. Like almost I mean, just too much villaging. Very, very bad shuffle, actually. Bottom deck honey, wild honey, and haggler. This is like almost bad enough to just lose. Potentially. It's that bad. That's how bad that draw was. This turn I'll get discards when I need actions. Okay, well their turn was also not any good. I mean, their deck's not any good, so. It's more surprising when it happens to me. Of course, I deserve good draws, right? I deserve bad draws. That's the way Dominion works, correct? That's my understanding. I'll just take these and I'll colony double wild hunt and then hopefully just get to the 2 hagglers next turn. But even like one of them, I mean, they would need to colony as well as, I don't know what else. Don't have draw. And what do they get? Settlers? Contraband's kind of funny. They still don't have draw. Like, they still can't, like, get all of this stuff in play. This is actually probably better as a discard, right? Given that I have 2 of these. Because I'm just trying to get to the haggler. It's not totally clear to me. It's probably a discard. I'm likely to become action strapped at some point. I mean, I can even here just take the points again and just buy one of these. play the 2 ghost towns next turn, I'll have $5. It's like, yeah, I mean they're obviously they're not like playing because they think they're gonna win or anything. It's hard from their position. Like they can add payload stuff like the improves or the contraband or whatever, but they can't play it. I mean, they can't play all of it in a turn just because they don't have the draw. Anyway, my draws were quite good there, so I don't know. I don't know about theirs. I wasn't paying much attention after the first shuffle for them, but I can't complain about what I got. So this one is a thing. I mean, I think you can. It's pretty annoying, actually. It's a pretty annoying board. I think I did that one time with a ghost. Like it's like it's a shuffle trigger, but it's not. It's, I mean, if you buy nothing, it is, but that's a nice boon, and then they take it the next. Yeah, I like that's pretty nice. I mean, here you do, I think, open loan, though it's, I don't know. You have to hit 5 and 6 once. You have to hit it once. I mean, you didn't have to hit it more than once. Probably. But you do have to hit it once. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is hit it once raw, and then you have to, then maybe you can have 5s and 6s helping you hit 5 and 6. I wonder if Gatekeeper is good here. Probably not. The villages, I mean, at some point, you could potentially have them end up with a village or 2 exiled. I am surprised. I guess it's not clear to me that you don't just take the, maybe that shuffle trigger doesn't help you and it's not like there's something good in there. Then you can get another opening in there. Yeah, I think this was right, which I guess is what I thought initially, and then I second guessed myself. Okay, so it's like you can go Silver Blessed Village, or you can go like Lone Blessed Village, but I mean, the lone openings are always scary because if you don't hit a price point just sort of by luck, or maybe with a boon luck, then you can potentially just never hit 5, which would be very bad here. So I got a shot of just getting to 6 right now. I think I'll take 6. And here I'll buy a loan. I think loan's still worth it. This is a pretty nice boon. Well, I mean, my boon was nice too. Their boon also is nice. They didn't find the council room, though. They did get... This is actually pretty wild that they wins gift and then played, you know, the cantrips raw and didn't draw into an estate. As far as just shuffle sequencing goes, that's pretty nice for... I didn't get much chancelloring there, which would have been really good. This is one of those bad ones where you can go for the double blessed village, I guess, in a couple ways. Well, right now the two money producers are still at large, so you probably play it all if you're going to go for that. You can take a ban, but the blessed villages are just 100% going to pile, so you know that it'll eventually dead, and it doesn't offer you any flexibility. Yeah, the ban of miss is just stupid here. You can only play blessed village. It gives no boon. It doesn't have flexibility upside or anything like that. I guess so. I'm gonna play these two, and then I'm gonna go try to get double blessed, and then I'm gonna hit Earth's Gift. Okay. Well, this was a nice boon anyway. I don't get to. Well, I do get to a shuffle if they play Council Room, though they're kind of a little unlikely to play Council Room. But I hit 4 regardless. I'm not gonna buy anything else. I guess, oh, it was Blessed Village, okay. Well, I don't hit 4 regardless, but they get a hop. That was a very bad draw for me. I still don't like silvers, especially. I mean, I don't want more silvers, I guess. This time I think I'll just take a council room. The hop actually feels a little bit greedy to me. Oh, they had, that was lucky. That's infuriating, actually. to get the dollar off the hop is pretty awful. Bad turn for me. It probably goons me, and then my earth won't feel very. No, they didn't goons me, so that's something. Yeah, I mean, I guess I might as well take it now. Where's the other silver? Man, I'm gonna hit the silver again. I'll trash it, but it feels bad. Certainly doesn't feel good to trash the silver. I guess I can rebuy it. I guess we probably split these. This is such an awkward board. I don't think you can actually do Horn of Plenty Mega turn. Maybe. How many counts room? If you have, you can play 6 terminals. So you can play. Well, we wouldn't play 5 counts rooms, but you'd need 1, 2, 3. That is a pretty awkward. A pretty awkward thing, right? You'd need a gold or a legionary, I guess. If you have 3, I guess you can draw it all with council rooms. That's not exactly the issue. If you do big goon stuff, there's not really anything you can buy. And you can't. There's also not any reason for me to buy the silver. I can get it later. I think. Maybe there. I guess it. So it's like. I mean, 5 council rooms will sure draw deck. Even if it's been goonsed. And it could draw 4 horns of plenty, I guess. I guess the other option is just to have bought what in the world? I guess the other option is just to have bought bought some of the provinces in the meanwhile. That's the other way you could play it. If you think they'll be slow to getting the horn mega turn, which is at least a little bit awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because like if you had bought my last card's council room. They should buy another council room, yeah. Okay. I was gonna think about stopping, but I think I want to keep the silver for now. There are definitely points where you need to pay attention to the. I guess I could have. Oh, that was a bad play. Right, I could have. Well, how much money would I have had? Would I have 8? No, I wouldn't have had 8. Never mind. I think it's probably fine. How much money is this? 9. 9 isn't that good. Unless I want to take a province. That's the question. Is whether you can take the empty the provinces, or not empty, but lower them enough before they're ready to do horn mega turns. Like if their next turns are hop council room, hop patrol, probably you don't get there in time. I mean, you get a little extra from a little weird because there's some different point stuff. Like if we get a second goons, you can have a lot of buys. I'm not sure. Oh, they just had a very bad draw. Okay. Well, I'm alright with that. Okay, so this is still... They're just blessed villages down in there, so I might as well stop. Would have rather trash, of course, but... Oh my, they didn't even get to... I am like 2 cards thinner. They're going for the points, which I think... This could be nightmare. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta play the loan. That's incredible. That's funny, actually. Also, it tossed the Blessed Village instead of a bunch of the terminal council rooms. Oh no. Oh no. Things were looking so good. I mean, it's still a mess. There's still gonna be another shuffle in which I can potentially do nice things. It's not like this is game losing. It's just not helpful. I don't know, they maybe win now? Do they have that many hops? Well, they didn't even get to a... Do I have enough hops? I don't have enough hops to win. This is pretty funny. Our decks are pretty funny. I also trashed a copper, so I don't actually have... I don't actually have $8, which could be potentially nice. They've added the stuff to do 8. I don't know who has all the council rooms. I guess I'll just see once I've drawn deck here. So they did put themselves in a position to pile out. I guess I could have bought a silver, gained a couple silvers here. What did I have? Yeah, I could have gained a couple silvers and then maybe then I would have had threat here. But I also could have just lost a draw. That would have given me threat. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Now I gotta play the council rooms just to get out of this blessed village hell. Because there's like some world where I don't play all of them. Because I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Well, I do have $8 still. Not that that's like they'll just outscore it if they draw. But so I could have gotten 1 silver. They didn't lower these things at all this turn. Well, obviously, if they had, then I just win. So I could have got 1 silver. And then I would have threat now, or I would just have the win in hand now. Now, of course, it would have changed my shuffle, so it's not free. It's not a free action, but well, they have enough to win anyway. In fact, they should have done pure draw here. The goons, I don't think is necessary. I think they should be 2 patrols. Guess maybe there's a points consideration. Maybe it's a points issue. It's probably a points issue. Want to see something cute? I think it's sort of cute. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it, but I don't even know if it makes sense, but I think probably if they draw, I think the province is probably not really important. If they draw, I think I'll just lose. But they didn't draw. But I have to discard 2 villages. I guess I don't have to. Maybe I should have taken a gold rather than the goons. There's another one in there. That's probably enough to get around. Well, is it? We gotta think. I can play, if I draw it, I can play 3, which is 12. Or like a patrol, which maybe is more. Potentially, though, potentially less. It's a question, right? Because if I can't get around to the... Well, what do I have to draw to win? I have to draw everything. I have to draw everything, right? to get $10 and have the now if I had a gold instead of a goons, I could just draw. I wouldn't have to draw the copper. I could just draw the gold. But right, I had 3 hops, and I would need $10, so I gotta draw everything. It's probably the council room, and hope that there's more draw on top here, because otherwise we can't. We do 3 and then like 3 count. I mean, it just doesn't get around. It's too many villages in this hand. It's too many good cards in this hand. They gained a horn. They made it easier. Except I'm gonna just dead draw. Oh no. Oh, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Okay. I mean, the spine is just more valuable than the potential to. I guess it didn't matter, but. I'm not sure. Maybe they just felt. I'm not really sure about the horn lowering by them. I guess it's reasonable if they have to play for a dud. Though semi duds are possible. I mean, it's possible for me to bring some of my payload to bear, but not all of it. So it's not super clear. Like, it's certainly possible for me to just draw to a point where I can empty, but not empty with that amount left, but not with the full amount left. If they don't take that hop. So I'm not sure that that was right by Apo. Not that it was unreasonable, but just it's not clear to me whether it's correct or wrong. Okay, we have Triumphal Arc and then Gainers and King's Court stuff and Monument as well. We have Remake with Shelters, which is going to be a pain, bit of a pain. Baron with Shelters. And otherwise quite nice remake because of the and also there's a pretty memey too. I think it's totally reasonable to get a remake at some point here. I just think the opening makes it not I don't think you can open it. Maybe you can, but which I guess makes this like Secret Cave Monument. Apo did it. Apo just went in. That's pretty exciting, actually. I'm excited. Gonna hit 5 here. I think it's worth. I think it's worth just buying the seer. Though there's something to be said for. We find Necro, we just activate. We didn't find Necro. I mean, I'm not saying I deserve to find Necro there. This is, I guess, just a King's Court. I mean, well, there are a lot of things you could buy here, actually. Or a lot of things you could consider doing. Like a lot. King's Court hitting Seer is probably an activation. You do it in your reshuffle. Artisan, of course, is doing lots of good stuff here. You just buy King's Court, right? I mean, King's Court is good. If you find Secret Cave, or I'm going to buy a Market Square here. If you find, basically, I mean, anything with the King's Court, of course, is nice. The action count is a little bit lower than you might like for King's Court, but it's sitting here on top, but I'm going to play the Market Square, even though I already know it's sitting here on top. If I had gotten real lucky and activated on this turn, that would have been wild. Because it would have been an activation plus a King's Court by the... Or no, it wouldn't have, because I drew the... But anyway. Hey, it wasn't. I think we go with another Market Square rather than another Secret Cave. I'm not worried about using Secret Cave to make money. Boo. Boo. Triple boo. What? What? Okay, he'd probably win in this one. Well, there's a... I mean, if I have a good enough... If this is really good and I go activate, then we've just got a bunch of gain and play stuff to basically work out where probably either player can potentially win, I would say. Now, I didn't get it, so I'm probably lost. But it's not... Yeah. Okay, I'm probably lost. Yeah. I would say I'm lost. We needed to reveal there and then king. We needed the seer to pull a cantrip out with the King's Court, then we go there and then that, blah blah, and then draw in here and activate. That was our only shot. This will be just kind of explosive. This is not even doing anything. I guess we trigger. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, but we got two of those. So, I mean, I'll try and play it out. There's always a chance. That they don't draw super well at some point. They also only have one King's Court, and that's pretty valuable as far as the difference in payload and stuff. I mean, my issue is I missed out on tons of the draw, but since they didn't buy King's Court the previous turn, they're not, and they didn't like do this stuff and manage to get, now they're doing it, which is going to be a problem. Yeah. This is a problem. They played this turn. I mean, I don't know if they played it the best. because there's a lot of flexibility, but they're doing very nice stuff. So it probably means I'm dead. I think you don't actually do this secret kit. Like, I'm not sure the $3 is ever worth more than. Also, I don't think you need to buy coppers. You certainly don't need 2 coppers because you want to do a gold on one of them. I don't think 2 copper buy is right, and I don't especially like the discard to secret cave. It just makes your draw a little worse. But IMO. Okay. I mean, I have to try and get to the lamp. It doesn't, I don't have to have the necro, it doesn't matter. The last card, the hovel, kind of awful. Suppose this doesn't matter unless I want to do something with the market square now, but I don't think I do. Okay. I guess if I play really good and they have, if their turn now is not very good and I play and I get a really, really good draw, I can win now. I can win on my turn. There's also a very good shot that they can just pile out on their turn pretty easily. But if they don't draw super good, there's some kind of chance. I don't know. The hard part here is I need there to be Sears still in the supply. For one. I needed to be holding like King's Courts here. Maybe they're just gonna empty the estates. I don't know, they have $14 or not, but they can probably acquire $14. If I had to guess. I think I would be pretty surprised if there wasn't a win for Apo right now. For me, I don't even know. They didn't really have a hand that could dud. I mean, they technically had that many stop cards, I think, but I mean, they had 2 coppers and a gold and a necro and an artisan, so they had at least a number of at least 5 dud cards, but or like a king's court with nothing. But it was wildly unlikely. I'll be right back. They're getting the estates via Baron. I think the real question is not like, did they have a 3 pile, but did they have a 4 or a 5 pile? If I had to guess, maybe they didn't. Maybe the draw was a little bit of an issue for them, but it's more what if. And I guess the initial King's Courts was also a bit of a limiter, but certainly felt like it was way more than needed for a 3 pile, that it was like a 4 or 5 with gain and play. Anyway. Well, we have Upgrade Fortress, so try to buy those cards. Try to buy those cards. I guess you use Silver Moneylender. I guess you. Well, that's could be an issue. You could also go Pageant Moneylender, I think. It's probably reasonable, even though you get nothing out of it right off the bat. This is probably gonna be an issue. What's going on here is probably gonna be an issue. I mean, I could just buy a fortress now, but I think you trash coppers too. Well, you do need to buy, maybe 1 estate is fine. Like, you do need to buy fortresses, but like in general, you're gonna prefer to trash coppers just to increase your speed of getting to fun draw times, I think. IMO. It's like you can come back for the estates. There's also something to be said for getting like a barge even before the reshuffle potentially, but not really drawing what I need. I'm a little thinner, so In theory, the explosiveness can be a little better for me. Plus, I've got all these sweet coffers. I'm going to try to trigger that, but I need them to have a very bad draw now. I guess I can wait. I guess I could turtle this guy. Or it's more like you gotta push it and try and see if you draw like a fortress or something. How many coppers have I trashed? This is mostly junky stuff, guess. I don't have a fortress. Or I don't have a... Yeah. Alright, this is gonna do it. I mean, it was already sort of done, but... I didn't want those upgrades anyway. Who would want a bunch of stupid upgrades? Not me. I wouldn't. There's like a pretty clear way to do this, but it does deprive me of a buy, which I maybe don't need. Oh, sad times. I don't think I'm sneaking. I don't think there's some kind of trickery that I'm gonna manage to get out of here with 3 upgrades. That seems like not the thing. With Barge, you turtle it, right? Isn't it just strictly better to turtle it? Ooh, but I got 3 coffers. I got 3 coffers, people. I don't even know what I do that, or if there's anything I can do that really puts any pressure on them. And I just think there's nothing. You can get I don't think messing around with pool does anything for me. Skulk is probably what I'm gonna mess around with, but it seems not especially exciting or good or anything. I just don't think really any of it's doing anything. Play now. Okay. I can get a contraband. Ooh, that would be awful. Unfortunately, there's not really anything good to do here. Even good boons aren't gonna do a whole lot. Or good hexes. I don't think they're fully stopped there. I don't think. Could buy another skulk. They're just piling out. Like, what? I can buy a province, but why? They probably still can pile out. Well, not this turn, but it's just not. I think the out is like some combination of incredibly lucky hexes or something. I don't know. I mean, the out is the resign button. That's the actual out. Diluted could have like made it so they don't just pile out instantly. No, I don't even know if that's true. Well, how many silvers do they still have to go to fortress? Probably not that many. Maybe they'll war my fortress and I'll get a card into my hand. That would be some war locust it. Wouldn't that be exciting? As they end the game. They apparently do have a bunch of silvers still. Or in any case, enough silvers. I could have scored, of course, a province, but that wouldn't have. I mean, maybe it delays them winning by that. It's not even clear that it actually delays at that turn. It's not clear they couldn't have figured out some way to outscore province as well, but at least it's not clear to me. Okay. One more game. We've got, there's bridge capitalism, though there's also just a bunch of villages anyway, so it's not like obviously advantageous. And then you can't do, I mean, you want it to do the you want to be able to do menagerie, which means you're mostly playing them as actions anyways to get uniques out of your hand. I don't think capitalism really matters. So you can do like supplies quarry. You're trying to get an apprentice. And then some number of, I don't really know that you would go heavy on supplies, heavier than like 1, maybe 2. They're not good for a menagerie. You can also do a silver bridge, which I don't know. Or silver quarry. Seems not unreasonable to me. The supplies isn't super exciting. I mean, certainly on the reshuffle, the supplies is not exciting. It's just maybe a little less harmful than silver as you move around. Potentially nice if you draw it and you still hit the price point you want. We'll try the supplies quarry, I think. 5-2 looks, great. Looks very good. I don't hit apprentice, so I guess I'm probably pretty far behind. I should have bought a menagerie. What was I thinking? I'm an idiot. This is kind of nice. Okay, this is like a great draw for me. We can probably just go ahead and get the menagerie now. They already have 2 bridges, which I don't particularly like. Myself. Does not super excite me. The idea of the ports here would be just kind of, well, there's a couple of potentially nice things to have the ports in deck. Like, I don't need the village. So maybe it should have just been I don't know what the ... is for. Oh. I mean, they can ask for undo if they want. Not at this point, but if they had clicked real quick, I would have certainly given them one. Now seems a little bit too late for that. But I have paired. I do not like the number of supplies they have. I certainly like that they're way more trash than I am. I don't really get the capitalism. Like I said. Like menagerie's next, then we just want to draw it now. That was, I mean, I'm pretty smart. It's all the menageries. I guess the hope is they have a hard time drawing. I need some bridges. We don't have to have all bridges. Like with Quarry and Workers Village, we can still have decent pile threat. I don't think they're mega turning anytime soon. I'm not sure they're mega turning at all. So maybe they can get there with aggressive apprenticing of apprentices or something. This is unfortunately just like a bunch of coppers, so the next hand really unlikely to activate, accepting some pretty weird draws. So that's not great, but Maybe they can pull it off with just apprenticing expensive stuff and then playing bridges. That's a very, very, very opening hand sensitive kind of play. It's helped a little bit by the supplies, but right now they only have 2 apprentices, so that's not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel scary to me. Good shuffle to trigger, though. I mean, this turn is likely to be kind of bad, but I still don't get it. Like, what is their plan for draw? The menageries are really unlikely to activate. You can apprentice a gold. That's about it. This is probably a pretty favorable draw for me. I don't think an additional supplies helps me a whole lot. I mean, unless I just bomb deck all the menageries, in which case, what can I do? This is why I don't like what they've done here. So I'm pretty afraid I'm gonna lose to it. But I think it's pretty bad as far as a deck construction goes. Like, I think from their opening, there's a pretty clear path to I mean, nothing's guaranteed to win, but well, this sucks. What else do I get? Like, I can't blow up the bridge, so I have to like try for another village. It's just gonna draw another menagerie. Oh, this is bad. I mean, I guess I didn't have to go forward this way. What are their... I'll be if they hit apprentice gold, I'll shut the game down. If they draw apprentice gold, I'll just shut it down. I don't know what that means. The game would be over, most likely. Well, I mean, that's not that many cards. This is gonna draw copper. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. Or in my opinion, this is a problem. Maybe they're good enough on just like double provinces and stuff. Like, the next hand can't be any good. I don't know how many buys I have, probably around 8. I'm gonna draw copper off this workers village though. Did I just... What did I bottom deck? Like a bunch of workers' villages? Or was it... I'm not totally clear. 2 capitals and an imprint and an apprentice and a port. So if the next card's apprentice and we activate, we can find one. Okay, this is still good. Thank you, horse. Okay, this is still good. And I mean, like I say that, like, you know, obviously I've got the uniques in hand. Of course it's good. So I'm not going to get a whole lot further into here. I don't think they can really draw much this turn. They can apprentice a bridge, I suppose. Wait, do I just have 9 buys, or is this it? Do I have another workers' village? There's no way to activate. Oh, I just win. Huh. Well, good for me. I didn't need 9 either. I didn't see the ports were low. I didn't, well, they lowered the ports during their turn. Okay, thanks for watching. 3-3 is okay. I would have liked to get a 4th one. There are a couple close. I mean, of course, like I won that Goons one when it could have swung in Apo's favor, and then I lost the I don't know, the King's the Wish one, which I think I played it in a reasonable way. I mean, I think they did too. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think there was a shot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.